It's Wednesday. This is a day trading recap for October 9th, 2019. It's been a struggle the last few days. I have not been doing any recaps on my trades because I haven't been finding much out there, and I've mostly just been flat. Just a couple small little gains here and there. I'm really just waiting for earnings season at this point because there's just not that much out. So this will be quick. This is the only trade I took. It was a quick one. I got in at 9:59 and got out at 10 o'clock. Just a little over a minute, technically. So the reason I got in, this was BSX, Boston Scientific Corp. And if you look at the daily chart, you can see here that it doesn't have a very smooth daily. A lot of bouncing all over the place here. But yesterday was a very big down day. This big red candle, and it gapped up a little, so it hit my gappers alert. I think that's where it came up. I think it was in my gappers. Yeah, it was in my gappers top list. At one point it was in this list. It's not there anymore. I don't think it has the criteria for it or whatever. I got in and out really quick. Now I'm going to go to the 1 minute chart just to show you why I got in and out when I did. This was beginning of the day, had a big up candle followed by 3 big down candles, and then it started to smooth out. It broke above the VWAP on purple line is VWAP on this 1 minute chart, and then you can see it kind of started to consolidate right here on the 8 EMA. And so I like that, and I said if it breaks this little channel right here, I'm gonna go long. And I was hoping for a pop, like a big pop. And I got a little bit of a pop, but not much. I got in at 38.60. What did I get in at? 38.63, I think. And I got out at 38.75. So just a 12-cent gain. But you can see I got out right away because of this big. I had a little green candle here that continued after I got in, and then a big green candle right here. And I just got nervous that it was going to regress back, which it did exactly that. So I got out after just a 12-cent scalp. I mean, that is the essence of a scalp. It was 1 minute. I got in and out in a minute. And you know, I mean, if you're trading tons of shares, if you're taking like 10,000 shares, that's a pretty decent move for you right there. But you know, I wasn't obviously taking that many shares, and I got a little bit of a profit out of it. So you could see here that it kind of fell back. It got a little higher, but not that much higher from my exit. Fell back. This is where I put my stop. I said if it comes down back to 38.50, I'd get out. You can see it was holding this 10 EMA on the 15-minute chart. Kind of went back down to 10 EMA, bounced right back up. Never got to my first target, so I don't know what it's going to do, but it was kind of messy. But early in the day, I'm not very good at trading early in the day, and this isn't even that early compared to what a lot of people trade. It was, you know, not even. It was just about 10 o'clock. I just got in and out because I'm just not comfortable doing that, and I like to wait for setups. But this trade made me some money, and that's all. I mean, can't be upset about it. So if it does eventually hit my target, I'm not going to re-enter it. You can see it is holding VWAP on this chart. So kind of regressed, broke below VWAP, but came right back up and came back down to VWAP. So I would say whatever it does here is probably what it's going to do the rest of the day. If it continues down through VWAP, it's probably just going to fade the rest of the day. Especially when you look at that yearly candle, the daily candles here. It had a big red day yesterday. You could see it turning red at some point, but I mean, it's already 1 o'clock, so I don't see much extra movement out of it. But the big one I missed, I was very upset that I did not take the trade, well, there's a couple I missed, but the big one was QGEN. Everybody's talking about QGEN. And this is the one that I look for when stocks are up really big. They kind of start to settle on this 80 EMA, and I put this little arrow here. I said, you know, I want to get in here, but I just didn't have the guts to do it. Especially after I just kind of scalped my way into profit for the day early in the day, and I didn't want to eat into that. So I wanted to get in here. It was above a whole number, above 26. It was holding the 8 EMA, and it was above VWAP. I don't know. I just didn't feel it. And what happened was it went from 26.17, which is where I thought I might get in. I had a nice little jump here to 26.58. So I could have had a nice 40-cent gain. It looks like it might continue up more. Who knows? It's kind of extended at this point. If you look on the daily candles, you can see it had a big dip yesterday, and it was recovered all of that. Almost. if it gets into this void, that could be something to watch the next few days. Who knows? But I was really upset because that would have been a nice. All the signs were there for a decent trade of this one right here. It was had a big move up. This is like an A, B. I don't know if this is technically A, B, C, D pattern. It's A, B here. I guess C and then D. You could call that. But this would have made a nice trade. The other one that I did not get into that I was thinking about getting in was, oh, this is Etsy. Yeah, this was a nice. This had a really nice. Look at these tight candles. This is a nice and smooth move. So I saw this one moving up, and I didn't put an arrow. I never even marked it, but I really felt comfortable, or I should say, I really felt the urge to get in right around here as it started to settle on this ADMA around 56.50-ish. Could have set your stop just about 15 cents below, and it's gone all the way up to 50 cents. It's been almost $1 since where I thought I was, maybe take a trade. I didn't though. I didn't feel this one as much as QGEN. QGEN had more volume, I think, and it was definitely a little more active today compared to. It was on hitting a lot of alert lists. I think it's the top of my Gappers top list right now. What the heck is Loop? I didn't see that one. That's a big down day today. Oh, it's heading right for the 200 simple moving average on a daily chart. That would have been one. I don't know why I just noticed this one. Anyway, so yeah, trade ideas. Those scanners are must if you're going to day trade. You gotta have trade ideas. But yeah, so again, a little bit of money on BSX, and I just could not pull the trigger on QGEN. So hopefully, better luck tomorrow. Finding more stocks to trade. It's just been tough. There hasn't been that much that's really. I've become more selective in my trades, and as a result, I'm taking fewer. I'm just jumping into fewer trades, and I'm also getting more trade lock, where I'm just like, I just don't feel it, and I don't trade it. And sometimes that's a good idea. It saves me from a loss, but sometimes you get like QGEN, and I just could not make the trade. So that's it. Hopefully be back with at least one trade tomorrow.